Hello guys, welcome back to the channel Kick Off with Rumi. Today we are going to be previewing the Arsenal versus Manchester United game, in a game that will be a very interesting game, and I hope is an entertaining game for both the fans and the neutral. Today we have a very special guest in the studio in the person of Creed, who is a Manchester United fan, and you all know me as an Arsenal supporter for just this season alone. I don't want Arsenal to win the league this season. I think it has been far coming. They deserve to win the league in the past few seasons, and I just hope they can actually do it this season. But I don't know if Creed here wants them to win the league, but we are going to find out later. Creed, I'm so excited to have you here at the studio.
Thanks for having me, man.
It's a pleasure having you over here, and I hope we can get to the bottom of our discussions today. So, Creed, what does this game mean for Manchester United? For Arsenal, we all know it's about a statement win for them, stacking up more points and building up more points against Manchester City so they can win the league. So, for Manchester United, what does this game mean for them?
Okay, like you said, it's a very important game for both teams. Like we all know, from way back, Man United and Arsenal, it has always been a blockbuster of the game.
Yeah,
always a blockbuster of the game. Whether both teams are not where they are supposed to be, whether one of them is at the top, whether the other one is faltering and stuff like that. Like in this particular context, Arsenal, they are actually flying very high. And you made mention of something earlier. You said you are rooting for Arsenal this season.
Yeah, I'm actually rooting for them to win the league.
To be honest, I actually want Arsenal to go on to win the league.
Wow,
just because Man United are not in the title race.
Yes.
Just because Man United are not in the title race. Because I'm a very big fan of what Arteta has done with the team. Like at first when he came in, he had to, make some controversial moves by, I think he had issues with some top players like Aubameyang and the rest. And it's a very, very important thing. Like in the modern football game, it's very important for coaches to stamp their authority. Because I believe that players, the modern day players, they are not disciplined enough. They tend to do stuff on social media. They tend to live all flashy and stuff like that.
Yeah, you want to feel the vibe.
Yeah, so I'm a very big fan of what Arteta has done. I'm a fan of football. Yes, despite the fact that Man United is my club, but I'm a lover of football. I actually want Arsenal to win. It's a very, very important game for both teams. Arsenal, first of all, Man City won today. So currently now, the gap is currently close to about 4 points.
Yes, 4 points.
So 4 points. And looking at Arsenal's 2 previous games in the league, I think they drew. Yes, they drew. Their last game was against Forest.
Yes,
and they drew that one. So it's a must-win match for Arsenal, more than
Manchester United.
For Man United. Yes, because if Arsenal don't win the league this season, officially, Arsenal is a cursed team.
I am never going to support Arsenal anything again if they fail to win the league this season.
Let me my speaking small.
Yeah, you're free.
Arsenal, if they don't win league this season, official, person don't swear for them.
I swear to
you don't get anything anybody wanted, because I think a couple of seasons ago they were actually very close.
Yeah, they've been close on many
couple of occasions, and they faltered. And it goes to show you, is it really the coach's problem? I don't think it's Arteta's problem. Probably it's the mentality of the players. They don't have that winning mentality. So, Arsenal defeating Man United tomorrow is going to be a very, very, very big statement win. Because let's look at what Man United did to Man City the previous game.
Everybody was surprised. I personally think Manchester United will be smashed. But to my greatest surprise,
going into the game,
it was the opposite.
Yes, and it was not a smash and grab win for Man United. It was total dominating football
from the beginning to the end.
I can't remember the last. I can't really remember the last time that a Pep Guardiola's team was heavily dominated. They had just Man City had just one shot on target, if I remember correctly.
For all the attacking prowess that
Haaland was
City
like,
has.
yes,
It was
Haaland
non-existent in that game.
non-existent. And at first, I was very scared because for the first half, our fullbacks, that's Shaw and Dalo, they were both on yellow cards.
Yes.
Dalo na Mumu normally. Like, he's a professional.
Actually, most Manchester United fans are like crazy about that Dalo. They want to kill him.
It's just like,
if you give Man fans gun now, they will shoot Dalo.
It's just like Dalo is regressing. When he went on loan to AC Milan, he actually did very well.
Yeah, he did.
He came back and he was doing his best. But after some time, it's just like he dipped. Dalo is not consistent. He's not a consistent player. So I was actually scared that I was going to pick up another booking, but I don't know. Like, okay, I insulted him earlier, but I must give him props. He give him his credit. He actually locked in. Yes, he actually locked in. And second half, he didn't let Doku get the best of him because I was like, Omo, you know, guy in 1B. Dalo must collect red card because
being that he was already
Doku is this kind of winger. Doku is like your traditional winger. Doku can go outside and he can go inside. So I was thinking that okay, he's going to take advantage of the fact that Dalo was on a yellow card and he was going to run at Dalo, and Dalo definitely would commit.
Yes.
And to be honest, Dalo was actually very fortunate not to get sent off because it depends on the referee. Though with what they said on the pitch based on VAR and stuff like that, they said the intent was not there. Fine and correct, the intent was not there. It was more like a follow-through tackle. But the rules are the rules. The rules, no one concerned themselves with intent or not.
The rules change every time.
Yes, it was a high, like the challenge was kind of like high.
Yeah, so I saw the challenge.
Yeah, so the ref actually bailed.
Let's say that was fortunate enough to
yes, it was fortunate enough, but let's not take what Man United did away. They actually outplayed City and stuff like that. And that was the major issue that I had with Amorim. You have a player like Fernandes in your team. Fernandes that is a creator. And for reasons best known to you, because you wanted to stick with 3 at the back with your kind of formation and stuff like that, you decided to play Fernandes deeper. No, now. It's an insult now. It's an insult. You're like, you get bends and you know they fire the bends well. You don't drive the bends properly. Yes. You are like, just play these guys properly. Amorim being stubborn kind of like exposed him a bit because as a coach, I believe you should be tactically flexible. Yes. Come on, you are a coach. You cannot say if it's not 3-4-3 or whatever it is that you are playing.
Just one information.
You don't want to stick to it.
Even great managers that has won lots of trophies, they do evolve.
Yes. Take for example now Conte. I believe that Conte is one of the he's a very, very stubborn manager. See what happened is it Chelsea? I don't know if he had issues with Chelsea owners. I think he had issues with them.
I think it's Chelsea.
See what happened at Tottenham? But the one I can remember properly was the one at Tottenham where he actually came out to criticize the entire team and stuff like Conte does not take nonsense. Conte, I think when Conte came at first, he was playing with 3 at the back. It was Conte that started that 3 at the back stuff in England and stuff like that. But when he switched, he actually switched formations. Yeah. That is a manager. Okay, you know that this manager can adapt to different situations. You have a team like Man United, fine and correct. Okay, we don't really have a team that is going to be very consistent because, like I said, some players are they are not playing for the badge.
Yeah,
they are not passionate.
Some Manchester United players.
Yes, even of recent, Fernandes. I think there was an interview or something. Fernandes came out to say stuff like that, along the lines that there are still some players in the team. He didn't really say it directly. Okay. I said that I think some players in the team that actually are not playing for the badge. Yes, and stuff like that. But on paper, we have a very, very decent team. The team on paper, I'm not talking about performances on the pitch now.
Yeah.
First looking at the team, we have a strong enough team to actually qualify for the Champions League. But see how they were struggling under Amorim. Finally, before Amorim was sacked, he was actually trying to build up rhythm and stuff.
Amorim actually turned Manchester United to a struggling team. if you ask me to describe Amorim's Manchester United team with one word, I would say struggle. Because they have been struggling to win games. Yes. Even games that they are winning, they struggle.
Yes, they were not
complete that game.
Yes, exactly. They were not fully. No. They were not fully convincing.
They cannot win a game with a 2-2 performance from the first half to the second half.
To the second half.
Yes,
totally dominating.
The games he won was just moments.
Exactly.
Manchester United play games in like moments to win games, not like 2-2 domination of games, like all round plays in the game. No, just moments. So, in all you're saying now, for this game is important for Manchester United. One, because it's Arsenal.
Yes.
Two, because the rivalry between them, if you look at it from this perspective, you'll think, okay, the gap between the two teams are much. So will this rivalry still be there? But I think it's still going to be there. Because Manchester United is also fighting for the top four also.
Yes,
so
definitely.
stacking up points, waiting for other teams to drop points, getting them closer to the top four. And they are very close because the points, the margins between
the margin
teams
is not very
not very high.
Exactly, yes.
They're not very high. So for Manchester United is to rack up points, fighting for that top four. While for Arsenal is to like make a statement win
and go ahead of City,
more
build
points,
more,
yes,
build
make a
gap.
statement win, build more points gaps ahead of Manchester City. So we move on to the tactical battle now in this game. Of course, there are going to be tactical battles all around the pitch. So for Manchester United, do you think they can cope with Arsenal's press and try to play out of that press?
Okay.
Or what do you think is going to be Manchester United's game plan in this game? Of course, Carrick has only coached a few games in Manchester United, but in the Manchester City game, we could clearly see how he wants to play. Fast counters attack, winning the ball high up the pitch in dangerous areas, turning defense into attack. I think that's the way Carrick wants to play. So how do you think Manchester United will approach this game? And do you think they can handle the Arsenal's press? Because Arsenal, they press very well. And also, who do you think is going to win the midfield battle between Manchester United and Arsenal? Because both teams right now has a good set of midfield. Maybe Arsenal having a little bit of the upper hand. And because Fernandes, for me, is the best player in the midfield combined. But apart from Fernandes, I can't really see anybody that will match Arsenal's midfield from there. So, three questions I ask you are: how do you think Manchester United are going to approach this game? One. Two, do you think Manchester United can handle the Arsenal's press and play out of it? And three, who do you think is going to win the midfield battle? And why do you think they will win the midfield battle?
Okay, so I would answer your questions randomly.
Okay.
So for the midfield battle, I believe emotions play a very large role in games. Now, why am I making reference to emotions? Casemiro, this is going to be his final season.
With
Man United.
we all saw it.
Casemiro has been very, very good. He has been very decent. We saw when Amorim was still in charge. We saw when Man United's midfield was better with Casemiro playing. But when they remove him, you see that there are gaps.
Yes, there are loopholes because he knows how to win those those balls. He reads those plays before they happen. He's a very experienced midfielder.
Yes, it's a very, very.
Of course, he played for us, Madrid, so he must be.
He's a very experienced player. He's a serial winner because he won lots of titles.
All Madrid players are serial winners. You guys should be thanking us for giving you guys serial winners.
I'm also a Madrid fan, by the way. Even before Ronaldo went to
Madrid.
Yes, Man United and Madrid, they've always been my favorite.
Most Manchester United fans, they support Madrid.
Yes, they tend to
Most of them is because of Ronaldo went there. Only a few that really supports Madrid, not because of Ronaldo.
So let's hear. So if Casemiro is going to this is his final season with Man United, he wants to end it on a very, very high note. If we should see the same Casemiro that played against City,
I definitely
if he should bring that same intensity, I won't lie to you, the game is going to be very, very difficult for us now. I'm not talking from the perspective of being a Man United fan. I'm just talking about football, the way it is. Because in terms of experience, come on, there is no player in that Arsenal midfield that has the level of experience that Casemiro has.
Yes, that is actually true, but Casemiro has the legs.
Yes, he doesn't have the legs. That is where my boy comes in. Kobe Mainoo is very, very press resistant. Kobe Mainoo for his age is like his football intellect, his football IQ is very, very mad.
Yeah.
Kobe Mainoo, he can actually take the ball, soak up the press, and progress with the ball. Now, the magician, Fernandez. Once you just give Fernandez that free roll.
Yeah.
Yes, that is just what it is. Kobe Mainoo sucks up the press, plays it. Like, if you observe the game, it's like Kike is not doing anything super. He's just playing to the strengths of the players.
Just playing them in their natural position and let them do
yes,
their thing.
if like the game against City, Casemiro was more like doing the dirty work. Normally, recover the ball. He's also a very decent passer of the ball.
Yeah, very decent.
Mainoo progresses with the ball, finds Fernandez. Fernandez, beautiful passer of the ball, long range passing, short range passing.
That's second
though
pass
sometimes he tends to get carried away, but I believe that he also has a point to prove. Like, he wants to, like, based on he's the captain, he wants to make sure that Man United gets to where they are supposed to be.
Okay.
Gets where they're supposed to be. It's going to be a very, very tough game. I won't lie. It's going to be
so what you're saying now, in essence, is that Manchester United are going into this game with lots of emotion. So you think, based on emotion, they are going to win the midfield battle?
Yes. And another thing again, the manager bounce, which is like a cheat code in football.
Okay.
Yes, Carrick is there. Like, there is this excitement in the squad. Like
okay, they want to pray for him.
Yes.
You know, whenever a new manager comes, the players are always excited. They want to prove themselves. They don't want to be on the bench. They want to give their best. They want to be the first choice of the manager. So they always try to give their best. That can also be a factor in this game.
Yes.
Can also be a factor. Well, if you say Manchester United are going to win the midfield battle,
I see them winning.
If you see them winning the midfield battle based on emotions, based on that it's Casemiro's final season, and Bruno Fernandes has something to prove. Well, for Arsenal, I can say these guys are like crazy midfielders. Like Declan Rice this season is like he's on another planet. Or I don't know what he's actually smoking or what he's on, but I tell you, that guy is superb. Look at those spectacular free kicks that he scored against us last season.
Okay,
we can't always score those free kicks often, but I tell you, this guy, he does crazy stops. If you look at his stats, his stats are like crazy. And then, what's his name? Their captain, he's back. Odegaard. Yes, he's a master. You know, people normally compare him to Bruno Fernandes. Actually, I think Fernandes' stats.
That's a very
better than him.
That's a very disrespectful comparison.
Odegaard
is a very good
player.
It's
very disrespectful comparison.
No.
Odegaard is a good player, but
Odegaard is a very, very
okay.
Good
So
player.
who would you? Okay, let's say Odegaard is the next person that you can compare to Fernandes in the Premier League in terms of midfield.
But in terms of
even when De Bruyne was there, did you compare him to Fernandes? But even then, the stats of Fernandes was still more than De Bruyne. But if you ask me to choose out of both players, then I will pick De Bruyne. But now I'll pick Fernandes because De Bruyne is actually getting to the latter stages of his career. And he can't be as effective as the way Fernandes is.
De Bruyne.
So
De Bruyne is evil. He's on another level.
So comparing Odegaard to Fernandes is not a crime because most Manchester United players, they say this that is a disrespect. Odegaard is a fucking good player, man.
He's a very good player.
He's very press resistant.
But if you see, press resistant. He's good on the ball.
Yes,
he has
his passes. He has eyes for like incredible passes that natural midfielders doesn't think about. Like, I see his passes are just like cruise. Though he doesn't have those like switch plays the way once Cruz holds the ball for us for Madrid. Once one wing is like, once we are overloading one wing, once he gets the ball, what Cruz does that, he switches the play to the other wing again and sends the pressure to the other side, allowing the people here to like rest, and we can attack from that wing because most of the players are like gathered on this side. So when he switches the play, that wing is already empty. We can attack straight to Ongo. So Odegaard plays similar that style of football, and you know he has this finesse. He has, you know what I'm talking about. He has this swagger when he's with the ball, that flair. Hey, maybe that's why I like him a little bit too. But I still believe Fernandes starts and is a more creative footballer, because if Fernandes can do what he's doing with Manchester United,
yes,
with the kind of crop of players that he
Crop of
has,
players, yes.
if he's in a better team with better players, he'll do more, because great players, they need better players to perform better. Yeah. Can you imagine the kind of assists Fernandes will have if he has a very good striker that can finish the ball?
Very, very clinical.
He has clinical strikers. But some Manchester United fans also are not happy with Fernandes. Why? Because they said he doesn't like pass to the strikers. That most of his goals, most of his assists are like wingers and all that. I think I have a friend that said that if you check Fernandes' stats, his assists to the strikers, they are very few. Even when Ronaldo came to Manchester United, he had very few assists with him, even in the national team. So, but that's not the discussion for today.
Yeah.
So, if you say, based on emotions, Manchester United will win the midfield battle, I would say, based on this season, Arsenal midfield has been spectacular, and I would choose Arsenal's midfield over Manchester United midfield. Why? Because it's only Fernandes that I'm seeing there. Kubimeno is just coming, but he was great in Manchester.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely, Casemiro has been great also.
Yes.
He will be able to give like let me say 60 minutes of great football, but from there he's going to be tired. Yes. And when the tired legs come, do you have a great replacement like for like that can replace Casemiro, or are you going to play him in the full game? So that's when Manchester United.
That's the problem. Because even Ugarte, I'm not really.
Don't even mention his name, Ugarte. Don't even mention that name. Ugarte not follow at all. Ugarte not follow. Don't mention his name.
Not really a big fan of Ugarte.
So Manchester United doesn't have a deep squad.
Yes.
Arsenal does. They have like for like replacements. That will also be a winning fact for this game. So we move to the next question. I asked, do you think Manchester United will be able to resist the Arsenal press and play out of the press? How do you think they can do that?
Playing out of the press.
Because Arsenal, they press a lot.
There is like what I said, the match is going to be a very difficult game.
Yeah, and it's going to be
Arsenal, they have a very, very formidable.
It might not really be that entertaining as we think it will be.
Me personally, I hope and I pray that it's very, very entertaining.
Because this kind of matches,
because it's going to take us back in time when Arsenal and Man United, they were actually like up there.
Yeah,
you get like up there, like very, very up there. I want Arsenal to play well. I want Man United to play well. But then again, I'm still rooting for my team to win. I just want the game to be entertaining, like super football, end to end, and all that stuff. But like you said, the game might still be boring because both teams, they are going into the game with lots of it. Man United playing out of the press. I believe to an extent they should be able to do that, because see the way we were structured against City, the way we were moving the ball around. I've not seen Man United move the ball around like in a very, very long time. The way they did
that play, there was a play that I saw the way they passed the ball, and I knew part of that is due to Kubimeno and returning to that midfield. Fernandes, as we all know, is a very great passer of the ball. Casemiro is also good. But the person they were playing in that place, in place of Kubimeno, who was that? I think Mason Mount or who was playing instead of Kubimeno?
It was Ugarte.
You can imagine. Not a great passer of the ball. Doesn't do anything great. So I don't even know why he's even playing. But as Kubimeno is there to complete that triangle, so you can see that the passes, they were really going well. I think there was a time that you just give that body movement, send the guy to the wrong direction. I like that stuff he did on Semenyo. That was very sweet. That was very sweet. So playing the right players in their position is very good.
Yes,
it's very good. So I actually think Man can play out of the press sometimes. They can play out of it sometimes because of the crop of players they have. Casemiro is a very good. He reads the game very well. If Man can press coordinatedly, if the press can be collective, not some people pressing and there are spaces here, this guy is left free. It should just be like, the normal game we play in Centralina. It should just be like you are suffering one player, because when you are pressing, the other man is empty, so they'll just be circulating the ball and they'll just do their thing. But if Man can press as a unit, everybody pressing their man, no spaces for Arsenal to link those plays. They are going to play out of that press.
I also have something to add, because at first, because I'm a very, very big fan of Benjamin Sesko. I've been following him for a very, very long time now, And I was very happy when Man United got him because I believe that he's a very good talent and he has what it takes to be
A good
a
number 9.
world-renowned striker. Yes, and stuff like that. So I was very happy when he started scoring goals. I think
Yeah,
his last
yeah.
how
It's
many
called in
games?
straight 2 games.
Yes,
But
yeah.
he didn't play in the City game, right?
He didn't play in the City game. At first, when I saw the lineup, I was like, the lineup is okay, but why won't you reward Sesko
Sesko's, yeah.
based on because that's how strikers are. Once he just like shark, we smell blood for
Yeah.
if I don't want to. Once a striker just gets that patch of
To that reading.
yes,
Yeah.
they go they do them, they score like that. So on watching the game, so then I realized what Carrick did. Sesko is not really like he's not like renowned for his pressing. Sesko cannot really press. Obama on the other hand has that energy level.
Yeah, he has it.
So if Carrick should start Mbemo in place of Sesko like he did against City, yeah, I believe that Man United they would actually be able to press as a unit because of course we know Ahmad, Dogu,
Yeah.
those guys they are always
they are always pressing.
Yes, they are always pressing. So if Mbemo can start, yeah, I believe that we'll be able to press Arsenal and not let Arsenal want to play their own game and stuff like that. It's just well, the game go hard, I'm not lie you.
I actually think
very, very
the game will be decided by the fullbacks and like the wingers mostly because Saka on that left wing.
Yes, it's very deadly.
It's very deadly. And who is going to be there marking Saka? That is a very important one. Is he going to be winning that battles? I can see tactical battles all around the pitch. Saka is there. Who is going to be playing the right wing for Arsenal?
Yeah.
I think that would be Trossard or
should be Trossard.
Yeah. Trossard or Martinelli, whoever comes first. I think Manchester United can win that.
Martinelli is going to.
They can win that battle over there, but the one of Saka, you have to really be careful on that aspect.
Arsenal's defense is very, very good.
Very strong.
Rock solid.
Yes, very tight.
They are rock solid.
Very strong.
It will be difficult for Manchester United to score them, except if they fluff their lines.
Yes.
Because these guys, they are very good. Early on in the season, to register a shot on target against them is like scoring a goal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it was very, very
So,
difficult.
if they can tap into that form, I'm going to see a very great game tomorrow. But I think Manchester United coming off winning this Manchester United game is like a morale booster to them. They want to like build on it. They want to show that that game is not a fluke. They want to like replicate that success. Yeah, that's the emotional aspect. They want to like replicate what they did in that game and build up points, fight for the top 4. Early on when the season started, I thought Manchester United should be fighting for this league. If not this Emirates that just came and scattered this team. Because Man U are not playing the Champions League. They are not playing some competitions. They are supposed to focus on this Premier League. The last season when I think it was Liverpool or who didn't play in all these competitions, they went on straight and won the league. See, that was Chelsea when they didn't qualify for the Champions League. They went on straight and won the league. So, but as we all know what happened, the Man United season came to an end and they were sacked and Carrick came in. So let's see what happens. So in both coaches, who do you think has a better in-game management? Of course, for me it would be Arteta because
Better
he
in-game
has been a
management.
consistent coach.
Yes, in this
But we
context.
can't also look down on Carrick. He has only played few games with Manchester United, but if you look at the stats, I'm not sure he has lost anyone.
Yeah,
He just went.
it's even from previous, like there was a time I think he did a 3-game stint.
Yes, that's what I'm referring to.
And he also defeated Arteta during that period.
Yes.
Yeah, during that period. So, but in terms of this particular context now, definitely, let's be honest with ourselves, we have to go with Arteta.
Yeah, we have to go with Arteta because he has been coaching consistently.
Yeah.
But we can also attribute the fact that Manchester United did not have a deep squad. So if Carrick really wants to manage the game, who is he going to be bringing off the bench? What are the players that they have on the bench? Is it Ugarte? So that's really the thing.
We don't really have options. Like
Yeah.
for the Man United stuff, we don't really have options. I would say the only option we have is probably in the striking department, as is in the attacking department, because we can actually bring in Cunha, who is a very, very is a very good holder of the ball and can also progress in the ball. Can actually bring
maybe
in
off
Mount.
the ball a little bit too much.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to talk to him because I observed that there was something. People lie a lot, but there was something that Carrick said, and it was confirmed in the Man United game. before the Man United game, during his interviews and so that, Carrick said he has been watching the team, and it was very, very obvious.
Yeah.
It was very, very obvious that this guy truly, even if he has been out of management, and even when he was coaching Middlesbrough, he has actually been watching the team, because definitely he must have had a word with Cunha, like, Alpha, oh boy, you will release the ball on time. Oh.
Yes.
Notice when Cunha came in, progresses with the ball, square play, progresses with the ball, square play. Yes, that hero complex was no longer there. It was no longer showing. So options on the bench, to be honest, is just that attack. Cunha, Mount, serious energy level, Mount not the tire, Mount he run from morning till night. Then of course we have Brendan Sheshko.
Yes.
Yes. But if there is an issue in that midfield, let's say for example now Casemiro gets tired or gets any yellow card, it's going to be very tricky. It's going to destroy
Miss Mount and do a good job, but they don't play the same pitch.
They don't play the same position. They don't play the same position.
Well, I think the game, Arsenal are going to dominate possession. For sure.
Definitely. Because, looking at the way Carrick sets up his team, I think he's very happy to allow the opposition team have possession.
Yes. But at the same time, Manchester United should not sit too deep. Because when you sit too deep and wait for the counter, you are inviting pressure. And trust me, these Arsenal guys, they know how to unlock these deep blocks. They can just look for a corner. If you give Arsenal a corner and a penalty, they don't long throw and penalty. They are the masters. They are dark arts, and there's something they do. They like pushing the goalkeeper, like making the goalkeeper unbalanced, uncomfortable when what they are doing is dark. It's actually dark.
Yes,
but it's working for them. So they know how to get a set piece or a corner, and from there they can score from any way. They can score from open play. They can score from a corner.
I was very impressed with this Inter Milan. I was even I was expecting that match to be like a draw or like a very, very tight game. Or like once even if Arsenal wants to win, they won't need to go difference and so that. But they played the way, right, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Going to Italy to because Inter Milan, let's be honest, this current Inter Milan team, they'll not be pushed over. They are very, very strong. Christian Kivu was a very, very decent
last season.
Yes, they have a very, very decent side. Christian Kivu is doing a very
good job.
Amazing job, for them to beat this
3 goals past them. And you know the Italian leagues, they are renowned for good defense.
Yes, for very, very tight defense. So for Arsenal to be able to pick them apart that way, it's going to be a very, very
Manchester United should not sit too deep and invite too much pressure. They should defend, press the ball, get the ball, do their thing, just like that, and try to press Arsenal also. These teams, once you allow them to settle down and start playing, most especially teams that are very good with the ball, the Arsenal, the Manchester Cities, the Barcelona, once you allow them to settle down, they'll start moving the ball back and forth from midfield to the wings, start finding their rhythm. Before you know, they start playing these dangerous passes in between the lines. Before you know, they are opened up and they are considered a goal. So this brings us to the important part, Craig. We are going to make a combined 11 for Manchester United and Arsenal. So we are going to be seeing how many Manchester United and Arsenal players will make it into this combined 11. I love the Spanish because I know the team that is going to dominate this lineup. So let's go. Let's give it a go, right?
Yeah. So
we'll start from the goalkeeper, right?
For the goalkeeping department.
So who are you nominating?
Raya,
of course. Of course, Raya. Raya is the undisputed starter in this 11. He has been phenomenal this season, saving Arsenal on different occasions. I actually think to win the league, you need a very good goalkeeper.
Yes.
And a good defense. If you don't have a good defense, you can't win the league. Except you are like a Barcelona that plays a very good high line and score lots of goals to outscore opponents on almost every game.
Yeah.
So Raya in the goal, right? Let's put Raya up there. So the centre backs,
definitely I can't go for Martinez because obviously just coming back even if he has been performing very well.
And even Maguire is there a
choice of centre backs. Yes. The normal
Gabriel and Saliba are very, these guys they are mentality monsters.
Yes.
So when they were both injured, Arsenal draw points in some games in here. Tinder, Mosquera, and then they could not replicate what
those guys were doing.
These guys, if they win this league, it's because of them. They are one of the main reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gabriel and Saliba, then at left back.
Timber has actually been decent. To be honest, I was really very tempted to pick Shaw because Shaw has been very decent because Desmond Shaw is playing like a man on a mission. He wants to make the World Cup squad, but we'll go with Timber.
Okay,
We'll go with Timber. Right back, no context. No context rather because Dalo.
You can't, don't even mention his name. Don't even mention his name. So,
Yes.
Ben White, I think that would be Ben White.
Yes.
We'll go with Ben White.
Very okay.
So, the midfield. This is where Manchester United are going to see a little light.
Yes, little
Light. We're going with the 4-3-3, right? 4-3-3. So, in the midfield,
definitely undisputed. Fernandes has to
Bruno Fernandes in the attacking midfield role.
Yes, Fernandes has to be there. Then Declan Rice,
of course,
and
Odegaard. Okay, who are you going to be starting instead of Odegaard? Odegaard has been amazing since he came back.
Okay, let's go with Odegaard.
Who are you going to go with apart from Odegaard?
I was tempted to pick Zubimendi because I don't know, I would like for that reassurance because I think Zubimendi, I don't really know. Am I wrong if I say Zubimendi can actually contribute defensively?
Yeah,
to an extent. But Odegaard does not do much defensive work. So if I was the coach, to shore up my midfield,
I think Declan Rice is there.
Declan Rice is there, but
do you want to have a very defensive team?
Yes, the midfield. I like my midfield to be very strong.
Very strong. So we should go for Zubimendi instead of Odegaard.
Let us go with Odegaard. Okay. Yeah, let us go with Odegaard. Because to be honest, I actually like Odegaard too.
I like Odegaard.
Yes, but I can't pick him my head off.
Can you think of how crazy a team like this would be with Odegaard and Fernandes in the same team? They are going to be spraying passes all over the
lots
pitch.
of chances. The forwards, they're going.
If they are good finishers, they are going to score
they're going to
50 plus goals in the season.
Yes, they're going to enjoy it well.
So we're going to the attack right now.
Attack.
Up top, who are you picking?
Up top, striker.
Are you going with
I cannot pick Gyökeres. Gyökeres. He actually paid me when Gyökeres went to Arsenal.
You wanted him in Manchester United?
Yes, for a very long time.
But right now, are you happy that you dodged his stray bullets or?
Definitely yes, because he has been very poor. I was going through some because I won't lie, I don't really watch much games, but I tend to go through player ratings and how they're performing and stuff like that. Arsenal can win a game Arsenal can win a very, very competitive game comfortably. And you see your striker getting a rating of 5.6, 5.8.
Even his goals are not clutch goals. They are not like the winning goals or the opening goals. They are they're already winning. And he just scores. Yes,
exactly. So definitely I'll go with Mbeumo because Mbeumo can actually play.
I totally agree with you.
And
he's versatile. He can come in from the wing. So we go with Mbeumo. Okay.
Yes. On the left, why are you picking?
Saka.
For the left, definitely.
There's definitely no challenge.
That boy is wicked.
Yeah, he's good. He has been awesome in the past.
Yes, very, very good.
Has been awesome.
Even when he comes back from injury, from lengthy layoffs, he just enters the frame he was.
He has been there.
Yes, already. He has been there. Yeah, correct.
So on the left, who are you picking on the left?
On the left.
First turn. Although he has been playing, Dogo has been playing like a winger in the past 2 games now, and he has been good at it. He has actually been good.
I'll go with Trossard.
You go with Trossard?
Yes, because of will I just say experience and longevity. He has been playing in the EPL, and Trossard can actually come up with pressure.
I'm not really a great fan of Dogo. I've been saying, what kind of a player is this? He can't even put on a good decent cross into the box.
Yeah.
But the past two games, he has really amazed me.
Yes, that's why I can pick him over
And
Trossard.
if he continues like this,
Yes.
then he will evolve into a very good, like
Probably like
a dependable winger.
7-9 games.
Yeah.
If he does it, we can say okay, he's more
Yeah,
consistent
into
in
the
that
conversation.
in that role.
So we're going with Trossard
Yes,
on the left,
Yeah.
Saka on the right, and Buemo up top. So this is our combined 11. So this brings us to our match predictions. I know you are going to predict. You are going to give your predictions with emotions.
Definitely.
As a Manchester United fan.
There's a human bias. There's going to be
Yeah, it's natural. It's natural.
Yes.
So what's your prediction?
I can't really predict a direct scoreline, but a win or draw for Man United.
A win or draw for Man United?
Yes, but if Man United wins, it's going to be very, very tight.
It's going to be very tight.
Yes,
Like a 1 or 2-1.
Like, let's just say 1 goal difference.
Okay.
If both teams want to go all out, I see a very high scoring game, but definitely 1 goal difference.
Well,
3-2 probably.
I can't actually predict exactly what you predict, so I'm just going to go the other way around. Well, I think Arsenal are going to win this game because Manchester City already won today.
Yes.
They want to increase their points.
Yeah.
So they'll be going at the get-go from the beginning, pressing Manchester United out of their skin, looking for that early goal. And if they get that early goal with the kind of defense they have,
it's very difficult.
they are going to win. So I'm going to be predicting a 3-1 win for Arsenal. I know Manchester United fans are going to banter me for this, but I don't mind. I want Arsenal to win the league. I also love Manchester United. Manchester United is my favorite Premier League team, club, over the years. But this season, I actually want Arsenal to win. I'm very surprised when you told me you want Arsenal to win the league, because most Manchester United fans that I know, they don't want Arsenal to win the league. Reason because if Arsenal finally win this league, the attention will be shifted to Manchester United as being the top club that has not won the Premier League for a very long time. So the attention will be shifted to them. So that's the main reason, the focal reason why Manchester United fans don't want Arsenal to win this league. But if Arsenal should bottle this league,
officially, they are course. They don't swear for them.
If they should bottle this league, then Mikel Arteta should be sacked. The players should be sacked. Everybody should be sacked because they have been close to this title multiple times. This is the closest they have been. One, Manchester City are not in a great run of form. They have not been consistent. Yes. Liverpool are falling off a cliff. Chelsea, nothing to write good about. So who is challenging Arsenal for the title? They are challenging themselves. They are their only stumbling block to winning this title. Manchester City has dropped points on several occasions and Arsenal failed to capitalize on them. I felt they should have really won that last game against Nottingham Forest. If they had won that game, anything that happened in this game wouldn't have really mattered. I felt they should have won that game, and even the game that they also dropped points when City also dropped points. So if they have won those two games, they would have been running away with the league right now, the way Liverpool did last season. So for me, I think Arsenal are their own enemy. Their fate is in their hands. They need to get it right. Let's see what happens. If Manchester United are going to put a stain on Arsenal's title challenge, or if Arsenal are going to get the win. Please, if you are new to this channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who you think is going to win this game? If you think Manchester United are going to win, let me know your thoughts. And if you go with my decision and you think Arsenal are going to win, if you go with my predictions, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Very nice to have you in the house against Craig.
Thanks for having me.
I think we should do this more often.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.